Cardboard compactor. This section of the video describes the proper operation of the compactor. When loading your cardboard into the compactor, care should be taken not to exceed the height of the compactor chamber, which is the bottom of the loading chute. The compactor is for cardboard. Please remove any plastic and all non-cardboard material before loading. These materials can be placed in the shredder. Be sure to run your compactor every time material is placed inside the chamber. After placing cardboard inside the chamber, close the door and activate the compactor by turning the key switch to the on position. The red light indicates the compactor is processing all materials in the chute and moving the materials into the outside container. Activating the stop button will automatically retract the platen and the compactor will stop. To restart the system, simply pull out the stop button and turn the start key switch. Now let's look outside to see how the waste contractor will unload the compactor. After the dump container is removed or emptied by your service company, be sure to inspect and clean the corral area surrounding the dump container. Like the shredder, this general maintenance is the store's responsibility, following all scheduled trash pickups. For information on your store's pickup schedules, questions about your waste hauler service, how to handle unusual materials, or to schedule special service, contact Green Environmental Management at 1-888-547-3360. Should you require technical repair services or maintenance on the equipment, contact ACES at 1-800-664-0754. Your Walgreens waste service contractor's responsibility. Dumping the shredder container. Each store should be aware of these waste pickup procedures to be performed by your waste service contractor. Your waste service company is contracted to provide these services. Should you have any questions regarding these services, contact Green Environmental Management. On arrival, the waste service company will open the corral gates, and as a safety precaution, the operator is required to turn off the electrical power at the disconnect box. This will prevent the store's use of the shredder during the pickup. Each waste service company employee is trained on how to operate the turnbuckle before releasing the container. To prevent spillage when dumping, the metal lid which covers the rear of the container is secured with a chain. With the rear lid now locked closed, the driver returns to the truck to lift and empty the container. After dumping the contents, the chain securing the rear lid is released. The container is then repositioned and the turnbuckle is fully opened up to the stop. This reconnects the waste container to the shredder. The driver then turns on the power box switch and closes the corral gates. Dumping the compactor container. Your waste service contractor will empty the outside compactor container with the following procedure. The driver opens the corral gates, turns off the power at the electrical disconnect box. He then moves the truck into position and positions the lift forks in the container side rail. The container is raised slightly off the ground to release the lock arm hooks from the compactor. The container is pulled back away from the compactor before lifting occurs. After emptying the container, the driver places the container on the ground in front of the compactor. The driver will then check the area for spillage that may have occurred in the dumping process and place it back into the container. With the container on the ground, the truck pushes the container forward into position, allowing the guide rails that are located in front of the compactor to guide the container into position. The two side hooks on the container slide up and onto catch posts and drop the container into position. The container is now secured to the compactor. The driver checks to see that both hooks are properly locked into position and then turns on the disconnect switch and closes the gate before leaving. Note, the guide rails on each side are used to direct the container as it slides into position. The driver should not attempt to lift and carry the container bin into position. The ground guide rails are designed to do the work. If you have any questions regarding recycling of materials, your refuse pickup schedules, or have a need for a special pickup, call Green Environmental Management, 1-888-547-3360. Shredder and compactor troubleshooting tips. Here are some additional tips for troubleshooting your equipment operation. If the shredder fails to operate and appears not to have electrical power, first always check the stop button to ensure it has been pulled out. Always check the outside power control box to be sure the power has been turned on after a waste pickup. Always contact ACES with any questions regarding the equipment, mechanical, electrical operations, and the maintenance. Do not attempt to inspect or repair the machines. If you're having problems with the operation of the equipment, contact ACES. We're here to help you.